All right, let's get started. What is a daily message? Give me that daily dose. Whoops. One more. Three cards, please, for the collective. What is the daily message? What would you like them to know? Okay, here's the first card out. Page of Wands. Fun. That's exciting energy. I heard the word taking a chance. Not so much like the fool energy, like reckless energy or anything, but taking a chance, like something. It's kind of smaller, but yeah, taking a chance. I guess heard that. Throwing caution to the wind, I guess. And that is more of a full energy, but I don't really get like full new beginning, but I do think that there's something here. Okay, one more card. One more card. Let's see. There it is. All right. Okay, so that's Strength card. Death and Rebirth. Okay. Okay. I'm getting some communication. I'm getting a message. I'm seeing a text message. I'm seeing someone type, "How are you?" also, and then backspacing on the text message. This is, someone is like braving up. I was getting that sense that like there is like someone's taking a chance here. I feel like it's more like it feels risky, but it's really not. It's just nerve-wracking because we have the Strength card here, which is like someone's mustering up the courage to say something. Death and rebirth, transformation, major change. I kind of get, with death and rebirth, I also get this feeling of like surprising change, like something you didn't see coming. Not so much of Tower energy, like a shakeup or huge surprise, but it's like it's something that this kind of throws you off because it's not what you expected, or it's not what you would expect. I don't think that this is you. I don't think that this is energy that you are experiencing in your life. I think that this is external. I think this is a different person. I get this feeling that somebody you know, could be someone you're talking to, it could be someone you haven't spoken to, it could be someone you're talking to but you don't talk to a lot or often. It doesn't feel like super chancy, but it feels like somebody is going to like really muster up the courage to like talk to you, either like initiate some channel of communication. I did see texting like in the beginning, like someone was like asking how you were and then backspacing. I get the sense that like you know who this person is, and it's someone like you either talk to often, well, not often, but like someone you do talk to but not often, or someone you don't talk to at all. And I don't think that you're like on bad terms with this person, but I just don't think that you guys have spoken or you've heard from this person in a long time. Take it as it resonates. I'm not currently picking up on anything romantic, so I'm not saying this is an ex, like whatever. It could be a friend, it could be someone you haven't spoken to in a very long time. but you just had a falling out or something. I don't know. No, not a falling out. You just kind of haven't spoken. It's like your friendship kind of faded, but there was no like big thing that happened to create that. It just did. Like you guys just went on separate paths, or you just got busy in life. So it could be that. It could be a romantic, but I don't really get that sense. I think that whoever this is, even if there's a romantic intention behind this message or communication, and I'm not seeing anything like manipulative or, a hidden agenda. It's just, if someone's reaching out to you and they do have romantic feelings for you, they're not going to let on to that. Like, that's not the priority of this message. I think that whatever open communication is going to come through, this person's actually going to talk about something that's happening in their life or has just happened that was really big. And it's like something that's taking a lot of courage to want to talk about, but it's important, and you are the person that they need to talk to about it, or like you're the person who would understand. You're the person who would understand this and know what they're going through, or you're the person who would have the most compassion. So like I said, it could be a friend, it could be someone you haven't talked to in a long time. This could be someone that this could be a person that like, yeah, maybe it was a friend and you don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. Yeah, it could be that. If you've listened to that song, maybe this resonates. But yeah, it could be a friend, someone that's, I wouldn't even say like a friend anymore. Maybe if you don't talk to them anymore, you're not really friends at that point, right? You just don't talk. Maybe you haven't heard from this person, but I get this feeling that whoever this is, they experienced something really life-changing, really big in their life. And they've gone through a lot to get to a place in their life to be able to talk about it. And I feel like they're like, while whatever this is, it doesn't, when you're going through like a lot of heavy changes in life, it can feel like this is defining you. Like this experience is heavy and depressing and upsetting, and it can feel like it's really defining of your life. And it's that point where like you're really emotional about it, and it's hard to talk about something like that without being really emotional. I don't feel like that this person is in that phase in their life anymore. They can talk about whatever has happened without it overruling their emotions. So it's not really defining, them in their daily life, but it is a defining moment in their life that has brought them to this point of transformation and rebirth. Like they're a different person now because of this. So I feel like whoever this is, there's someone that's going to be communicating with you and talking to you about something that was really big, and they know, even if you guys haven't spoken in months, weeks, months, years, even if you guys were not really like the best of friends or on the same page, or you didn't see eye to eye, like, whatever it is, I get the sense that you could be very different people and you have different beliefs. But I get this feeling that this is somebody who knows that the only person that they could talk to who would actually be receptive to this, to them talking about this, would be you. Because they see and know that you've gone through a lot of stuff yourself. Like, maybe a couple examples. Say you have ever been unemployed in your life. And we know, if you're aware, the job market is complete ass. There's so many jobs, but it is so hard to get a job. A lot of people like that I know it's taken years to land a job. It's taken months to land a job instead of like several months, right? And it shouldn't ever take that long, but life happens the way that it does. So if you're someone who's ever been unemployed and you understand the stress and the anxiety that comes with being unemployed, and the uncertainty and the emotions, I don't feel good enough, and I will never be good enough, and I'll never be wanted, I'll never find a job. Like, maybe you understand, like, there's all these things that can come up with feeling unemployed, and this person just went through a job loss. Maybe they got laid off, maybe they got fired. That'd be really unfortunate. I would hope it wouldn't be anything bad, but maybe they got laid off. Maybe their department got what is that called, like, dissolved, I think, I don't know, and everyone lost their jobs, and now they're jobless, and they have their family, but like, they don't know anybody who really understands what they're going through, and because they haven't really experienced it themselves. Like, and so you're the only person, maybe you've been jobless, you've been unemployed for a long period of time, you understand everything that comes with that. And so they're like, if I just reach out to this person, maybe they'll talk to me, because like, they're the only person that I'm aware of who I know went through this. And maybe they weren't talking to you at that point, but maybe they want to talk to you now because they want someone to hear them, and they want to be heard and seen and understood, and have, a space of compassion. Maybe somebody went through a breakup, a really terrible breakup. Maybe somebody went through a divorce, and maybe you're someone who has gone through those things, and maybe the breakup was very similar. Not that, they would know the details, but say it's something really big, and they're aware that you went through something, maybe not knowing what the details of your experience was, but you're the only person they know that they could talk to about this, who would actually understand where they're coming from and how they're feeling. And I think that it takes a lot of courage and strength to reach out to somebody that you don't know very well or personally, to, because maybe you're someone that they're like, they would admire, maybe they admire you because they saw you go through a lot of changes and growth, and you did it, and you're making it, and I just feel like there's something there, like something really big that happened in their life, and there's really no one for them to turn to who can really understand the depth of what they're feeling, because these other people they know haven't gone through what they're going through. But you're the only person that does. And I kind of feel like this is somebody that you're not really talking to, or you don't talk to often, or you haven't talked to in a long, long time. But it's taking a lot of courage for them to reach out to you, and they really just want to be heard and be seen. And I feel like it's kind of beautiful, because I feel like you're someone, I'm getting this feeling that you're someone who would hear them out, who would hold space, who would talk to them, even if you haven't spoken to this person in like 5 years. And maybe this person never really made it, and never really took the time to reach out and try to stay connected, didn't make the effort, but they're like, that's the only person I know, and I know they have a big heart, and I know that they would understand. And I think it's kind of a beautiful thing that they admire you so much, even if they don't talk to you, because they have somehow seen what you've gone through and seen how you've grown. But then again, this could be someone that you do talk to every now and then, and this is something that's happened in their life, and it's really personal, and it's taken a long time for them to like come forward and talk openly about it. Like, they're ready to talk about this now. I do get the feeling that whatever happened in their life, it is something that was kind of grave, or it was really sad, or really heartbreaking in a sense. Like I said, it could be like a really bad breakup. It could be a divorce. It could be a job loss. It could be a loss of a family member or a close friend. It could be loss of an animal. It could be a loss of something. It feels like it's a loss. And it brought about a lot of change in this person's life. And when you experience, this is just the facts, when you experience loss to some degree in your life, and it feels life-changing, whether it's a loss of something like an internal thing within you, loss of version of you, part of you feels lost, feels like it died, a new version's here, and you have to, or move forward, or loss of something external to you, figuratively, literally, it changes your perception of life. And you go through so many changes, and I speak from, honestly, I speak from personal experience, but I also speak from what I've been told by people who have gone through really huge experiences in life, all different kinds. It changes your perception of life. It changes how you perceive and discern people and behaviors and actions. You can't not see the bullshit in people. Maybe you see the world more vibrantly. Maybe you see the world differently. Life as you know it means more, or your own life means more than what you tied your self-worth to, or your value to, or how you identified. And you change, everything changes. And I feel like this person has just gone through huge changes, and it could be that this person has gone to therapy, a lot of therapy, and has completely changed their whole perception on life, people, experiences, jobs. What does it mean to live and to exist in this world? We're meant to create, we're meant to thrive, not meant to, just be machines. Like, whatever whatever this person's perception is, it's totally different. And I think this person coming in, like, this communication, like I was picking up, was like, it feels kind of like a chance, like they're taking a chance to reach out to you in hopes that you'll be responsive or receptive. I think that you will be 100%. I think that you will be, but I think it's going to catch you off guard. I think something's going to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is coming out of like left field, but you're not going to shut someone down. I think in the past, maybe old you probably would have been like, oh, this person didn't make an effort to be friends, or didn't make an effort to communicate or whatever. And you just faded, right? Friendship just faded. And, maybe in the past, old you would have been like, oh, fuck them. Like, I'm not going to respond to someone who just, now they want me. Now they want my love and support. Now they want my attention and time. They didn't make the effort, but they're coming to you from a very vulnerable place, because they believe that you're the person that can really hear them. I do find that there's a lot of admiration in that, and there's a lot of respect, because it's almost like you go through something in life and people just don't understand it, and so you don't have this sense of like respect from people who can like honor your experience, because they don't understand it. And I feel like this person went through something very similar, and suddenly they have so much profound respect for you. And it's going to be kind of surprising how this person opens up that communication and wants to talk about something. And I think there's going to be some like revealed truths I'm getting about how they see you, or how they understand life now. And I don't really get a sense of like an apology. Maybe it's an apology. Maybe this person comes and says, I used to think this about you, and you didn't know that. And I went through something, and I understand you now. And I feel really regretful for ever having this perception of you, right? It could be something like that. So there's this major transformation, understanding this person's coming from a really sincere place. There's no bullshit behind this. This isn't like, woe is me, have feelings, sadness for me. And then there's a huge sense of acknowledgement. And I think that for you, you're going to actually feel really good about it. You're going to feel a sense of gratitude, and like you're gonna be like really thankful that they did come forward and like express something to you that maybe deep down you wanted to hear, maybe deep down you always knew, but you just had to give yourself closure or peace on it. I'm not saying that there was anything nasty or toxic between you and this person, but I just feel like this person has like this newfound understanding and respect for you and your life and how you've navigated life, because they've gone through something very similar now. This could also be a reconnection. Like you're going to reconnect with this person, obviously, if this person, but I feel like it's going to be a reconnection. It's going to be something a little bit more honest and sincere and more beautiful. And I'm not saying this has to be, oh, this is your new best friend forever, ever. But like, you know, or your new lover, best, you know, whatever. It's like this, it's just a new connection. It's a newness. I don't know how to say this. Duh, it's newness. It's like, it's building on something new instead of what was. It can't be built on what was. This isn't a connection that's opening up for a possibility, the opportunity to rebuild a new friendship, to rebuild a new connection, a new romantic, you know, or platonic thing with this person where you really didn't have that before. Yeah, I do get the sense that you're going to be like, it's nice. Not to say that you wish anything terrible on a person, ever. I would never. And I don't think that you do either. But I think that you're going to have a sense of like, oh, it's nice to be heard. It's nice to be understood. It's nice to be seen. It's nice to be respected and honored. And I hate that it's like this. It's like if this person opens up and, oh my God, this is my life and I get you now. And you're like, I hate that happened to you because that's terrible. But you don't understand how much relief and peace this gives me, knowing that I feel seen and heard in this regard. Like you're like, sorry for your experience, but I'm glad that you understand me now, because there is so much growth that comes from this kind of thing when two people can come together and say, what is that phrase? It just came to me. The Brene Brown, she said something, I'm probably going to like ruin it, but it's like, you know, two people who have both lost something, but they totally get each other, even though it's not the same experience. And it was something like, we have compassion for each other and we get each other because I understand that you understand the magnitude of what I've lost. So just because it's not the identical experience, I think it was something like that. Just because it wasn't identical, you know, maybe it was the same experience, but you experienced something at a magnitude that was very similar. The feelings and the emotions might have been the same. The experience didn't have to be the same. It could be, but because of, you know, your loss in life, your experience, now you understand me. And so now we have a mutual understanding, compassion, and empathy. There's a lot of empathy. Oh, that's the word I think I was trying to get. Empathy. There's so much empathy here. And that is beautiful to see when two people can come together and like connect on that level that builds such a strong foundation for unconditional love, connection, compassion, respect, and for like one another. That is such a beautiful immature energy. And it does suck that a lot of times that happens because we go through major loss and transformation. And not everybody, like I just was getting something, and I hate to say this, but I need to say it. This person, whoever this is, I don't think that, like I said, I don't think that there was anything, this is a long ass read, I'm sorry, but this needs to be said. I don't think that this person had anything toxic towards you. I don't think that you did either. I don't think that if it was a friendship, I'm really being called like a friendship, an old friendship. If there was something about this connection that really just wasn't, there was something there. Like I get the sense that there was something there that like you knew would always get in the way of your friendship having real unconditional connection. That, yeah, I'm just getting the sense like, because what I'm feeling on this other person is that this person had a really big ego. Now they might have really loved you, cared about you, really good friends, but they had a big ego. They were really in their ego. I'm not saying they were like an asshole or anything, but their ego overpowered their ability to have empathy, understanding, and compassion for you and your experiences and who you are as a person, right? How you operate in life, how you show up, what you think is your own. This person could have had an ego because it's like when you grow up in life and your upbringing is very strict or very rigid, and you only like you live in a box and all you know is what's within the box, and the world's black and white, and you live in a gray world and you've been through experiences that suck ass, and you've grown from that, and you've matured and blossomed, and you've learned how to love and forgive. And I think that this person has learned those same things, but within a conditional mind. And that's so frustrating when you know that you see that about a person and you love that person, but you know that you guys just, you care about each other, you love each other, you're friends or you're lovers or whatever it is, but there was something that faded, right? So there's no toxicity in terms of how your friendship was towards each other, but you knew that there was always something there that was going to be a wedge. That's what I'm picking up, is that there's this ego that was in the way. There was something there, very egotistical, that was going to always be a wedge in your friendship because you were never fully going to be understood for what you experienced in life. And unfortunately for this person, they did go through something that now has opened up their ability to see beyond the black and white. And I think it's unfortunate that people, sometimes you go through really tumultuous experiences or really, terrible hardships or challenges that are very overwhelming, but you go through those things because you are asking for something better in life. And in order to have its polarity, you can't have one without the other. If you want to like really move forward in life and really blossom and expand and say, I really want to experience this and I want to be able to do this for the world and give back, a lot of times you'll go through something where you feel like you have lost so much in order to understand the magnitude of what you're capable of and what you can do, because you have been on the other side of that. Do you understand? I hope that makes sense. So I feel like this person had to go through something of loss in order to be able to understand you. And there's a lot of respect, and there's like a lot of admiration here, because the amount of whatever they went through was a lot. And I think that they finally, like, the pieces, everything clicked and they made sense of things. And I think that there's a lot of regret, and there's a lot of humility that's coming out of this, this communication, this conversation, this something. There's been a lot of healing, a lot of strength to talk about this, but it's really beautiful. And I think that if this is an opportunity to reconnect with someone that you haven't talked to in a long time, it's going to come from a really sincere, honest place, which is beautiful. Doesn't mean you have to reconnect and stay in connection with this person. Doesn't mean you have to take this person back, especially if it's like an ex-lover or a partner. It could just mean, hey, I see you and I honor you now and I respect you, and I'm sorry for everything that I did or thought or I put you through, because I get it now. I was an asshole, or something like that. Whatever it is, there's something here. So, wow, that was very specific, but that felt so heavy. That felt so that did feel like someone needs to get something off their chest. And I do feel like it's going to be very well received. I think you're going to be really surprised at what's going to happen. Don't know when this is going to happen. I can't pick up on when this is going to happen, but there will be some sort of communication coming through. It could be text, like I picked up on. It could be a phone call. It could be an email, but more specifically, probably a text, someone saying social media. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I have spoken for almost 30 minutes. That's crazy. So I hope that this message resonated for some of you, all of you. Fuck, maybe none of you. But either way, I hope that you enjoyed this message, and thanks for watching.